Good morning, I'm Senior Chief Dowd. I'll be your tour guide today. And welcome to ACU 2 and allowing us to give you a virtual tour for D-Day Remembrance. I joined the Navy out of Detroit, Michigan, and I've been in for 26 years. I am the craft master. I was craft master at LCU 1655, but I'll be giving you a tour today on LCU 1654. Welcome aboard, main deck of Uniform 5-4. On this deck right here, this is our primary deck for transportation. We can carry 2 M1A1 Abrams, or the 300-pack combat ready loaded Marines, or any other vehicles that the Marine Corps deems necessary to move ashore. That's our primary mission, is moving Marines to the shore. Our secondary mission is to help out during humanitarian relief, or DISCA. And what we do is we'll deploy during or after a storm, or primary, or possibly before a storm, load up all the DISCA relief, humanitarian relief items that we have. That way we can be pre-staged so that we can help out different nations or even ourselves after a hurricane hits. Going over the different positions of the LCU crew, I would drive from the con. That's where the craft master is located at. We have 2 different sets of controls, one up top in the conning station, or down here in the navigator's area where the navigator can take over an emergency. The crew breakdown, we have 12 sailors on here, and one of the best things about the crew is a mixed crew. When I say about mixed crew, is mixed male and female. We have 13 racks, and we usually deploy with 12 sailors. Our berthings are broken up into a 2-man stateroom, 2 3-personnel berthings, and a 5-personnel berthing. All right, if you follow me inside the navigation area, I'll take you inside our tour of our navigation area, our galley, and down below in our berthing spaces, through the head and down in engineering. This is the inside, and this is the navigation area. They have all the exact same controls that I do upstairs. In the event of emergency, I can yell down through our high technology, a voice tube, and they can take over emergency steering and running of the engines in the craft. Also down here we have our navigation and our piloting. We do have our radar, our VMS, which is our navigation situational awareness, and then we also have the chart table where we still use paper charts to conduct our navigation. That's the only thing we navigate off of, is our paper charts. Next stop on the tour is going to be the galley. One of the greatest things about being a crew on LCU is our liberty to make our food the best in the Navy. Throughout the Navy, we all have a 21-day meal plan, to which the Navy gives us food for a allotted day. Here we're lucky enough we can season it and take a little bit more liberty with the food, so our food's usually a lot better, and it's what we use to trade with on ships when we're there. Kind of sweeten the deal if we need help. As you can see, it's very tight quarters. There's not seating for the full 12, so we get on a rotation while we're underway. And there's a lot of responsibilities that we carry over from home. We used to wash your dish at home. People would get done eating, we would wash our dish here, we would dry it off, and the next person would use it. Just behind me, we're going to step right into the head. When I was talking about a mixed crew earlier, this is one of the things that we have to deal with being on board. Everybody has to have an understanding of one another and a lot personal respect and privacy. For the use of the 12 people on board, or sometimes up to 13, and we've actually carried 22 people down the intercoastal waterway. Space is extremely rare thing to come by on here. So you can see we have 2 sinks, we have our own washer and dryer, our head, and our shower. It's kind of unique to anywhere else in the Navy, that a male and female, obviously at different times, we all share the same shower, the same toilet, and the same sinks. Next stop on the tour is going to be engineering. We're going to go down a forward main, so please watch your footing and your hand placement when we go down the ladder. Welcome forward, main engineering. We have three engineering spaces on board LCU 54. Everything that a ship has in the Navy, we have the same programs, the same engineering principles throughout the Navy. Ours are just older, but they're still extremely reliable. Over here is our forward generator, number 1 gen. It's a 3-cylinder diesel generator that starts off a hydraulic power. And this is what provides power to the craft. Our main engine is a 12V71 Detroit diesel engine. Older technology. It's been around since 1960, but it is a still performing engine. It will start up and move us down either the waterway or the beach landing at 10 knots. One of the things that make us so unique is we have a junior enlisted person that is in charge of 5 diesel engines on board this craft, which is usually pretty rare throughout the Navy. Like I said earlier, is either E5 or E6. If there aren't any questions, we'll move forward and below, and we'll go take a look at the berthings. Welcome down to the berthing area and also to our office and our lounge. Like I was saying earlier when I first welcomed you aboard, we have room to sleep 13. Just behind you, we have the craft master stateroom that has 2 racks. Inside of here, we have 3 racks. There's another 3 here, and then a 5 personnel berthing just behind us. The racks are the same thing you would find on any Navy ship. The space is just a little bit smaller. This concludes the interior part of the tour. We're going to go back up topside if there are any questions, and I answer your questions or show you around anything you would like to know about topside. Some of the things about this craft that a lot of people don't understand, this is a totally enlisted craft. And this is the largest vessel in the Navy that enlisted members can, for lack of better words, command. I am the craft master of this. I have all the rights and responsibilities that go along with running that. The livelihood for all my 12 crew or whoever's embarked on my craft fall onto me. And that trickles downhill into the crew. Here at this command and on these crafts, the LCU, the Mike boat, and the UB, the responsibility is huge, especially on our junior sailors. Thank you guys for allowing us to do this, and remember, it's a D-Day. This concludes the tour of LCU 1654.
Hi everyone, I'm Engineman 2nd Class Josh Flores from Manitowoc, Wisconsin. This is the utility boat 2-2, and I'm primarily the coxswain for this vessel to be overall in charge. Let's get on the boat and talk more about it. So the primary mission for the utility boat is to do ship-to-shore or shore-to-ship movements of personnel or cargo. Another mission that we primarily do when we're operating this vessel is to be a med boat. So we usually carry a corpsman on board just in case there's any casualties, because we can assist them and transport them faster than majority of the crafts we operate with. This craft operates with 4 crew. We have 2 deckhands, which are our line handlers. We have the engineer, which operates our 2 MPDs along with our generator. And last, we have our coxswain, which is primarily in here operating the vessel, who's overall in charge of the craft during any evolution. So follow me and we'll step to the con to show it. This is where the coxswain operates the vessel. We're running 2 QSM 11670 GSs, which allows this boat to go 40 knots. This boat is capable of going to a beach anywhere with the other crafts, hitting the beach, dropping its bow ramp, and unloading troops to aid in support of any mission that we have to support with. So this boat plays into humanitarian missions because we're a small vessel that has a small draft. So say there's flooding or whatever in places where we're able to fit this boat where the others 2 can't, because this one's shorter, the beam is smaller, and the draft is less in the water. To continue this tour, we'll go to the forward of the craft to show you where the personnel sit and the bow ramp. So right here with all these benches, each bench has a seatbelt for each personnel, which is 30 personnel that we can put on here to carry and transport. Right there is our bow ramp, so when we hit the beach to offload the personnel to support the mission, we'd lower that and let them go, and then we'll race back up and back off the beach to supply more troops if need be. This concludes the tour of UB22. I appreciate you guys coming aboard and having the tour with us.